Alright, Chat, next video. The story behind Americans' most offensive anime dub.
Alright, we'll sell it to you guys and you can do whatever you want with the dub. You said what now? You guys can do whatever you want with the dub. Change what people say, whatever. I want to make fun of Mexicans. I don't think I said I want to make fun of Mexicans, Persians, gays, blacks, Asians, especially Asians. Matter of fact, I've been waiting for someone to say something like this. Get your pen out. Sold! As long as they didn't change the names of the characters or the method that they kill ghosts, ADV could do anything they wanted, leading to perhaps the earliest example of an abridged series. It was edgy, unscripted, nonsense, but most of all, it was funny.
Oh, perfect. It's in Japanese.
An official English dub of this nature is something we'll probably never see again. That's what everybody believes about the show, but it might all be bull spread through a maze of misunderstandings.
Chat, this is an official dub.
Stephen Foster at the time was the ADR director of ADV. They basically convert Japanese script into another language. The key here is that Stephen is known for fucking around with this process.
Mekazawa worries about you more than anybody else.
You don't give this man unlimited freedom. They did. And Steven went to work on the script. Ghost Story's entire script basically didn't exist. Steven just made shit up, like a boss. That's how I do my scripts. Notice how I don't cite sources? Then came rolling in the voice actors, and they had some real heat entering the studio. Vic Mignogna, Greg Ayers, I hate that guy's voice, Monica Rial, this lady, Chris Patton. The roster was stacked.
Whoa.
So with all this
Adam
talent, the
Sandler?
process for making dubs evolved. There was a screen that they would read with the script, but here's where the magic happened. Whoever came to the studio first would do or say whatever they wanted, and the rest of the team had to work with it.
Shinobu, you don't look so good.
Run! She's a ghost and a bitch!
Everyone wanted to top each other and be funnier than the last. This unique process completely overhauled the characters, the plot, everything, and it somehow worked. Monica's character, originally a fearless psychic, well, she had a questionable past and then turned to Jesus.
Before I met Jesus, I was really f***ed up. No, and a slut.
It's just like real life. They gave the cute little brother a learning disability.
That is so awesome. You'll risk your own life to save your little brother.
The nerd character became a frugal Jew stereotype, and the voice actors would commit to these bits so hard. But I can talk about this all day, who cares? Let's actually watch.
Oh god, I love
Ghost
it.
Stories is centered around 6 main characters, but the main one is named Satsuki. Satsuki,
The best says this is official.
and her brother are moving into their dead mom's old neighborhood. It starts off extremely tame. She meets a bunch of neighborhood kids stumbling into an abandoned school facility. But this is a haunted story after all. Thanks to the voice actors, things finally get scary.
You're such brave, strong, handsome men. Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
No, I'm Jewish.
I just want to make sure that...
frightened. Oh yeah, and the statue moves so they all freak out or whatever. Then all the characters get tormented by haunted stuff. Talking dogs, scissors. It's called Ghost Stories because every episode is a story about a different ghost. This time we face Amanajaku. He haunts people, just because. But it turns out Satsuki might have the key to stopping him.
Principals always look like lesbians.
No, wrong key. Huh.
Mom? No.
Satsuki's mom was a ghost hunter of some sort, and all the ghosts sealed away years ago are escaping. Luckily, she left a book behind detailing how to seal them back up. So they do it, and the big scary ghost gets sealed inside their cat. That's pretty much how every episode plays out. A ghost appears, the team spends half the episode finding excuses for them to not immediately pull out her mother's diary and exorcise it, seal the ghost, rinse and repeat. So you can easily see why the cast decided to change some stuff around. I'm sure you didn't notice, but Satsuki's mom isn't actually a lesbian that Momoko met at a gay conversion camp. That was improv. This part...
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
...was actually this. While on the first episode they clearly tried to maintain some of the original plot, each episode falls further into madness. Here's the first 3 minutes of episode 9.
Oh, she greases more palms than you know who.
We need more weirdos like her in this school. She's like a Mexican doing all the jobs white people don't want.
What the fuck?
The story about a girl missing her dead pet becomes a story about a girl her rabbit.
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh. His funny little requests.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Oh, Chat, die Szene kenne ich. Die ist das Beste.
Missing her dead pet becomes a story about a girl her rabbit.
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh. His funny little requests.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
I had to bring it back to life!
One episode, the dad gets his bitten off by a doll. Here's Ketchiro ranting about how hot Raven from Teen Titans was. So obviously, this man isn't nearly as retarded as they all say.
It's
Ghost
true.
stories can seem chaotic as a bystander, but a strange cohesion forms as you watch. The plot about Satsuki's mom being gay gets worked back into the plot as if it were all planned.
The best improv does this stuff. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Curb Your Enthusiasm, among others.
You end up with some really genuine moments. So many jokes call back to events that were happening at the time, like Hurricane Katrina, George Bush being evil. It does sometimes end up being the Gex of anime.
Someone call Canada. We need Alanis Morissette.
The fuck is an Atlantis thermostat?
Dated references aside, the candor from the voice actors bleeds into the show. They talk like us normal people. One episode they actually said the dollar store.
I don't know why they feel the need to use generic names in TV shows.
You'd be like, oh, the dollar president, Dollar Tree. No, bro, it's the dollar store. Look at this guy. He talks just like me.
You stupid, selfish slut!
The characters had me rolling, so before I talk about why this stuff is important, I want to... My favorite episode is centered around a poor, severely mentally handicapped child, much like myself and SpongeBob. Ketchiro gets convinced to join the track team to gain some confidence in himself. The issue is also the best part of the episode. Every single character is a terrible person. They're constantly putting this poor kid down while training him in genius ways.
Think of a big black man chasing you! Well, he's not racist.
A scary ghost begins.
Oh, again.
Think of a big black man chasing you! Well, he's not racist.
A scary ghost begins running beside Ketchiro, and suddenly his time is 2 seconds faster. But everything isn't all good. The arrival of the ghost stirs up all sorts of spooky misfortune. And the worst part, the principal is considering canceling the sports festival because of it.
You can't cancel the festival. One little retarded boy has his heart set on this thing.
That's right. Wait, what? Elsewhere. Ketchiro begins bonding with the ghost.
I really enjoyed running with you today. Don't you have any money for shoes? Did the Crips beat you up and take yours too?
Yes, you heard that correctly. It is now canon that Ketchiro was beaten up by the Crips and had his shoes stolen. The ghost reveals that he had a friend who ran track. He wasn't good, just like Ketchiro, but he gave it his all. And the poor kid was hit in a car accident before he could even compete. Elsewhere! We find out that Ketchiro's ghost friend is a goat that chops off little boy feet and keeps them, and it'll happen if Ketchiro runs at the sports festival. So no one truly gives a shit. They don't give Ketchiro a heads up or anything until the last moment. When they get trapped, the ghost reveals his evil plot and heads right for Ketchiro. Ketchiro takes his last retarded little breaths and tells the ghost that he's going to win that race for his dead friend. And that was very touching to me for some reason, even though it probably wasn't supposed to be. I'm glad the episode could end on a good note.
A car accident. Must have been hit by an old Chinaman.
Oh yeah, the show is
Fuck you.
Ghost stories will always have a legendary status in the anime community because there will never be something in this form again. It's terrifying to people born in 1999 and after. There's the F word.
You're a
The R word.
Stupid ghost made a raid? That's ridiculous.
It doesn't matter if you and I or the majority of people watching this video think these jokes are funny and refined. Do you think these dork big shots will allow a rogue team to make completely unregulated dubs on their paychecks? Forget the corporations. Most famous people in general apologize for jokes just like these. Not because they actually feel bad, but because they want to remain the #1 guy. Or their demographic is young teens that seek the satisfaction of drama but don't have the friend groups to actually satisfy that desire, so they copy their values and I need this. On this topic, Monica Rial said, "This show's whole purpose was to make everyone angry. We wanted to be equal opportunity offenders. To me, this demonstrates that there really is no malintent with the edgy humor. That's not too dissimilar with what I do in my own videos. You want everyone to laugh at each other's and themselves. I respect that style, Monica. Bitch." Whoa, okay, I thought this was women's turn this week. Anyways, these what? In doing my research, everyone's story was consistent. Ghost Stories was originally a terrible anime that no one wanted. After the hilarious dub, the anime started doing so well the Japanese even took rights back to ride that wave of success. Monica Rial, Craig Ayers, Vic Mignogna, and Stephen Foster will all tell you this. No. Not him. Anyone but that man. Animator.
Please don't keep perpetuating these falsehoods. Ghost stories did just fine in Japan. We simply didn't have a lot of oversight from the Japanese IP holders.
Do you have a source for that? Do you have a source for me being wrong?
So I brushed it off for a little while, and I encountered this idea again and again. Maybe almost every YouTube video is wrong about this whole thing. Here's the other side. Ghost Stories was actually a classic novel series written in the 80s. This story was soap opera and they had tons of spin-offs. The live-action adaptation did especially well. So when the 2000 anime finally came out, there's evidence of it performing higher than Dragon Ball and even Pokemon at the time, with average viewer ratings of 12 to 14%. They even dropped a special episode after the show was concluded. Do they normally do that for shows that bomb? Among other evidence, it became unlikely that Ghost Stories actually performed as bad as they made it out to. So where does this idea come from? Well, it kinda all circles back to the one guy I mentioned earlier, Stephen Foster, who changed his name to Ste7n, but I'll keep pronouncing it Steven, as I do not know how to pronounce the 7. Steven is known for really messing with dubs.
Do not let Stephen Foster touch anything else.
And I mean really messing with his dubs.
Stephen Foster, fuck it, and just flips a table and just says fuck it, desync it by like a half a second.
He changes key elements of the characters.
And I want to kill something.
The tone.
Stop! Please!
He lets the voice actor say whatever feels most natural, even if it doesn't fit the lip flaps.
I can't enjoy the series when you f up my immersion by f***ing up the dub.
He's so known for doing this
Wer guckt englische Dubs?
stuff, it has a name. Fosterizations. Normally one would reflect and be like, huh, maybe I am changing up the anime too much. Steven loves fosterizations. He even uses the term in his book. He also loves to boast about ghost stories. Twitter bio, I am a legend. His website, 4 trillion, 8 quintillion, chucklenut trillion people think it's the best dub ever produced. And while on one hand it's like, yeah, come on, it was pretty good. On the other, it leads us to this lady's theory. Stephen Foster, the guy who's known for tweaking dubs to his own liking, wanted the freedom of his own dub. He lied about Ghost Stories performing poorly. He lied to Vic, Monica, Greg, and the entire world to get this dub done.
I don't buy that at all.
Few men in history control at such a level. I heard him speak a little on a podcast, and the dude is chill. He's proud of Ghost Stories, as he should goddamn be, and I think he has this dad thing going on where he's not entirely self-aware, so a lot of what he says can be interpreted as snobby over text. He's also mad gay, so he's allowed to make those jokes earlier. I mean, he worked hard. It would be bigoted for me to not laugh at him. What I think is far more likely is this. A company called Animax actually did their own English dub way before this one. It was completely normal. You
What
know
the fuck?
Hey kid, come here. I'm getting a little lightheaded. I think I'm running out of air. You don't let me out. You're a cat killer.
But they told me not to do that.
Pussy, I guess you always do what your big sister tells you to do.
Okay.
Later.
Hey, Ketchup.
Where's the damn cat?
But he... What? Ketchup, what are you, retarded?
Obviously. Which way did he go?
Now
Now we'll never find out who the ghost is. I hope to God you're adopted.
Leave me alone. I've got to fill out my Special Olympics application.
Special Olympics. Ha! Can't wait.
Leave him alone.
Hey, Satsuki, I'm gonna do shot put. Can you sound where put, shot, spot?
What are you
What?
saying, Ketchero?
Could you wear a wig and a dress?
I think I'm in enough trouble.
And stuff a bra and make sure you tie your pee-pee down. I don't want to be the only kid without a mom.
Ketchero! No corren en el hospital, cabrones! ¿Cuándo no has visto a niño que luce que esta es el primo grado? No, estúpida! Adiós, gracias! Dije que no corren!
Was hat sie gesagt?
So high. God. Oh, but I did leave you a photo album. Look at what I was wearing. Oh, horrible. I mean, even after I married your father, I still dressed like a dyke. Hope I didn't put that pink suit picture in here. Oh, God damn it. Oh, and your father always thinks it's so cute to cross his eyes in pictures. See, look, he did it there. But for all his flaws, I really did love the guy. And the hot, sweaty, wall-slamming sex we used to have. Wow!
What the fuck?
I'm not going to have a retarded gay brother. Come on.
You kids don't want her, I can get a few bucks for her on eBay.
Put her down, Mr. Cicada! Don't let those blonde curls and pink dirndl fool you! She's a killer!
Oh, come on. She can't be worse than the blonde I had last night. Okay.
Hey, Hajime, where's the bathroom?
Just piss on the Toby Keith poster.
Number 2!
Oh my god, in heaven, I can't believe it. It only gets worse when you get older.
There's no paper.
What?
Oh, God.
He's so slow. Mentally and physically. And don't get me started on her performance.
They're both pretty pathetic. I'll agree with you there.
Is that?
War ein gutes Video.